Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. It's time.
What is going on, everybody? We are now live. Well, I'm live. It's Thursday. How's everybody doing today? I can't hear you, but I hope it was a good one. I hope that your day is going good. I hope that you are looking forward to your weekend. I hope that you guys are excited. But we are live. That's right. It is Thursday, March the 12th, 2026. And I must say, the weather today, the last couple of days has been warm, it's been nice, but now it got a little cold. It's kind of weird, but hey, it is what it is. Here we are, here to talk about AEW Revolution, which goes live literally this Sunday from the crypto.com arena, which is Los Angeles, basically. Los Angeles. The old Staples Center. And, look, normally today I would do something about Dynamite, but the reality is I don't feel like doing a whole lot of shit today as far as reviewing Dynamite and then talking about this. So, really, to be honest, if I had to choose out of the two, which one is more, I'm like, you know what? Let me just get into Revolution and talk about it. And don't get me wrong, I'll talk about some stuff that happened on the show for the most part, and then we get into the preview. But if you are new to the channel, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it throughout your entire social media platforms, wherever it is that you guys share your videos and all that fun stuff with your friends and all that stuff. Also, if you're on Twitch, if you are on Kick, hit the follow button there as well. Follow me on X at HeelSteven. Follow the Around the Point Network over on X at AT Point Network as well. In case you've not checked out the other content on the channel, I on Monday did Steve's Kitchen, where I talked about the whole outrage about Cody Rhodes winning the WWE Championship. All the fake noise that you saw from people this past weekend, I give my thoughts on that, and also my thoughts on the new UFC Freedom 250 card, and thoughts on Charles do Bronx Oliveira winning the UFC BMF title from Max Bless Holloway. Also, on Tuesday, I went live with the Raw Rundown, where I talked about all the stuff that happened on Monday Night Raw, including CM Punk and the Usos, where CM Punk did not apologize. He did not apologize at all. Some friend he is, right? Some fucking friend he is, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, guys, if you have questions for me as well, feel free to drop your questions here as well. I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities, as best as I possibly can. But also, just because I didn't go live yesterday, that doesn't mean that there wasn't content on the channel. Yes, there was a cooking video that dropped on the channel. Episode 2 of Cooking with Steve is up on the channel. If you have not checked that out, go give that a watch. I also uploaded a short here on the YouTube channel, and as well over on my Instagram, I posted a Reels for you guys to watch as well. But if you want to watch the full video for all 4 minutes of me cooking air fried chicken leg quarters, look how beautiful that looks. Mira eso. Look how gorgeous that looks. Go give that a watch. Is over on the video archives of this channel. All right. But let's get into some stuff that happened on AEW Dynamite last night. Again, it's not going to be a full recap or anything like that, but some of the major points of the show, some of the major points that happened. Again, this is your preview for Revolution for the most part. And overall, I thought Dynamite as a whole, as far as a go-home show, it was okay. Okay, it was an okay show. Nothing to really go home about. Like, oh my god, this is must see TV or anything like that. Considering the fact that it's a go home show, I know a lot of people out there are not thrilled with the quote unquote press conference that we saw last night on Dynamite between MJF and Hangman Adam Page. There's a lot of people out there who thought it was corny, who thought it was very hokey. I get what they were trying to go with. I get what they were trying to do, being that it's the world title match. It's a big fight feel. You want to make it feel like it's you want to give it this whole pop and circumstance, right? Oh, this is a big world title match, right? That's happening on Sunday between two of our best talent that we have on the roster. And let's bring in the press, right? Some of the questions, let's be honest, were cupcake fluff questions. It is what it is, but let's bring them in. Let's bring the press, right? Give this a big fight feel. The same thing you would see if you watch the UFC, right? Or if you watch a boxing fight, like the week of the fight on fight week, right? You get the weigh-ins, right? The day before the fight. And if you watch the UFC, for instance, right? Let's take the UFC for instance here, okay? Usually on Thursdays, the week of the fight, you will get the pre-press conference, right? They'll bring out the fighters on the stage. They're sitting on a table. They're microphoned up. The press will ask them a question. Dana White will be on the podium, right? Also answering questions. And then at the end of it, there is a face-off, right? Between the people that are fighting, right? That, I feel like, should have been the approach. Or if not, you know what? Let's do it in the ring. Let's do this press conference in the ring, right? And you would have had Bryan Danielson, who, I'll be honest, as the moderator of this, was not it for my liking. You would have thought, hey, let's take advantage of the fact that, hey, we have Bryan Danielson here. He is the guy who has history with both of these guys, especially with MJF, very particular on this very event. A couple years ago, MJF beat Bryan Danielson in a 60-minute Iron Man match, which is a match that a lot of you within the community have labeled the greatest Iron Man match of all time. I would have had Bryan be the one to ask these questions. But instead, we got what we got. The audio was off. The crowd was chanting bullshit, as you would honestly expect. I wasn't shocked at all that the crowd was chanting bullshit or boring, whatever it was. But again, I get what they were trying to do. It just wasn't, it was poorly executed. Let's put it that way. All right. Let me know your thoughts on that. How do you feel about that? What you've done differently, let me know. Also on the show, we did have the rematch between Speedball Mike Bailey versus Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship. And if you went into this match having the expectation that these two guys were going to, have the same type of energy that they had in their very first match that they had a couple of months ago, I think in December during the Continental Classic, buddy, you were in for a treat. These two guys went out there and they delivered, hands down. Now, I think this is up from their first match. Remember, though, the first match, Speedball Mike Bailey got a win. So you kind of knew going into this that Kyle Fletcher had to get his win back, right? And he did. They, they played into the hall. We're like 5 minutes left. And yes, there was some shenanigans. There was a screwdriver involved, and members of the Don Callis family got involved too. But I'll say this. I thought for what they were able to do out there, I thought it was awesome. There were some near falls that Mike Bailey got as well. Of course, whenever there's a Mike Bailey match and Kyle Fletcher, then again, it's an AEW thing. It is an AEW thing. You're going to get the traditional, spot on the apron where someone lands on their fucking neck. It is what it is. But nevertheless, I thought they had an amazing match. I guess some of the kids are calling it a banger, a banger, right? So let's call it that. Let's call it that. But of course, again, they are involved in a match later on the pay-per-view coming up. So there's that as well. Also on the show, we did have Persephone versus Willow Nightingale for the TBS championship. I'll be very honest, the lead up to the match is the fact they both have a win over Mercedes Moné, right? Even though Persephone claims, I hit her more harder than you, right? And you had Willow Nightingale say, I hope you hit me just as hard. Yeah. And look, I'll be very honest with y'all. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but for me, look, I don't know if it was such a good idea because, look, I understand Persephone is she's signed to 2 contracts, right? She has an AEW contract, but also a CMLL contract, such as also Hechicero, I think also Mascara Dorada, right? And AEW has its relationship with CMLL. I understand all that. But I don't think it was such a good idea for CMLL to send your newly crowned CMLL Women's World Champion, who just beat Mercedes Moné over the weekend, right? Whatever it was, right? Send her not even less than a week to television, to AEW television, to lose to Willow Nightingale. But I get it. Willow Nightingale, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but which we'll get into when we get into the preview. She is going to have 2 matches on Sunday. 2 matches. Yeah, 2 matches. So I guess you want to give her some momentum. I guess you want to give her, right, a boost going into the match, right? But for me, it just wasn't it. It just was not it at all. But as far as the match itself was fun, right? And look at this. I'm here joined here by a good brother. What's going on, Chase?
Nothing much.
Hey, brother. I know. Are you excited, bro, for Sunday? Are you excited? 'Cause I know you're gonna be there, man. For Revolution.
No. Even when I go to wrestling events, I don't get excited. Like if I didn't go to wrestling events as often I do, I'd be excited because I haven't been in a while. But been to quite a few wrestling events, way more than I normally go to in the past like 3-4 years. So semi excited for it.
I get that, but again, I never been to Crypto.com Arena, right?
What's
But
that?
I'm sure I know you've been there numerous times. I'm sorry, the Staples Center, the
Oh
old
yeah. Staples. Yeah, Staples.
the house that Kobe built, right?
Yeah.
What's the vibe like at a wrestling show in that building?
Oh,
Because again, I've been
it's a great venue for wrestling. The acoustics are nice because the way they design it, it's like kind of like it's not like a theater in a sense, but it feels like you're sitting in a theater. The way that you sit in the seats and the way the lighting is and stuff, like especially for like the Lakers, because they try to make it feel like it's the old Forum and stuff. The Forum is really great for wrestling events too. So I like Staples Center a lot. I haven't been to Intuit. Intuit looks flashy, but I haven't been to that. But I do like Staples Center a lot. So I'm very excited to see AEW inside of the Staples Center. I always thought they would be stuck in like smaller California arenas and stuff. Forum's not small by any standards, but always felt they were going to kind of just be like, like the second rate, the cheaper arenas and stuff. So for
yeah.
them to be inside of Staples Center, it's pretty cool for the second year in a row. But yeah, it's a nice venue. Not a lot of bad seats in the house too, so it's like one of those you can get a good seat. You can be sitting up and you'll get a good seat. We have good seats. Me and Dion, we're going in section 119, so pretty nice seats and stuff. So pretty excited more just to like go to the event and stuff. This is like last AEW event I went to was maybe Double or Nothing with you and Walter and stuff. I think that's the last one I went to. So yeah, should be excited. Been to more WWE events recently than AEW events. So this one's pretty exciting and stuff. It's just more of like a lot of the matches are rematches that I've already seen and stuff. So I'm not like I'm not like too super excited about it. And as you guys know, I'm a casual. I'm not like a huge hardcore in-ring wrestling fan. I'm more of a casual. So seeing that I have to sit through possibly 12 to 13 matches is not my cup of tea. I'm just being honest here.
I get
Eight matches is good enough for Chase. If it was just 8 matches on this card, I'd be super stoked. But knowing that I'm gonna have to sit through some filler and some fluff, I'm like, oh man, what are we doing? Like, oh, I don't want to sit through all this. Like, I wanna be able to like, get out at a reasonable time. Plus, the Oscars are happening the same night. Not saying I want to watch the Oscars, but traffic's gonna be a bitch. So I want to get out there soon. I'm going to Disneyland the next day. So yeah, it's like yeah, it's
I
but
get what you're saying, yeah, but
you know.
look, I just you didn't get to watch Dynamite, right? Like at all, anything
No,
did you catch?
I watched it.
Like overall, you thought the show was it? Did it excite you at all? Did it get you pumped up for? I know you said for you, you don't want to sit through a lot of filler rematches stuff like that, but did it get you like all right? I should look forward to Sunday.
No, not really. Like just saying, like the Young Bucks and FTR have touched way too much times in this lead up with the Mile High Madness and then last night's 6-man tag. So it's like, what more am I going to see different from these guys come Sunday? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
just some matches, like it's just more of like on paper, if you look at it from a pure match perspective, this should be a really good card from a pure match perspective.
yeah,
I'm just more of like, okay, like how many of these am I going to say that was worth the price of the ticket admission? Am I really going to sit here and be like, wow, the Dogs versus Darby, OC, and Roderick Strong, that was worth my money? No, I'm not going to say that. I don't think I will say that. Like that's the thing I look at when going to a live show, and then also too, I know what it's like when you go to a longer pay per view, how tired the crowd can get, how much energy can get absolved. And with AEW, it's a literally like they don't do a lot of filler. It's just a lot of great action, and it works to some degree. But when I used to go to the PWG shows, it was like, okay, like there was only 8 or 9 matches on those cards and stuff. Here, there's a lot of action going on and stuff. So I'll have to wait and see on it and stuff. I do give credit though that like normally AEW when they do this, they have like a shit ton of gimmick matches and stuff. There's only really one big gimmick match on the card, which is the death match. Every other match is kind of just like a regular one-on-one match. Like we have a 2 out of 3 falls, we have like a no time limit match. That's fine, but it's not like over relied on. All right, well, we have a ladder match and a hardcore match and this, and then it becomes diluted. It makes the main event feel more special. Like I'm sure we're gonna get some, because AEW reps are a little bit more light. I'm sure we're going to get table spots, chair spots, step spots. So we're going to get some hardcore spots in some of these normal, regular matches. But I don't think that we're going to, what's it called? Be I'm not going to get diluted from the fact that like the death match is going to feel more important and more unique compared to everything else on the card. Because sometimes it's just like, oh my God, like we've seen this already. Like I already saw a ladder match earlier. Now I'm seeing this. Now I'm seeing that. So yeah.
yeah. So let's get into the preview. Let's get into this because I did talk about real quick about the press conference that they did. I get the approach they were trying to go with. They were trying to go like the whole UFC, fight week route, like the Thursday at the press conference, stuff like that. Uh, I did talk about Persephone and Willow. I don't think it was a good idea for CMLL to send their women's champion, newly crowned, to just lose to Willow Nightingale. But it is what it is. It's part of that relationship.
It's different. And CMLL, she's the queen, and AEW, she isn't. Well, what's the matter?
Yeah, I guess so. So let's get into this. And I'm gonna add you back in because when I switch brands for whatever reason, it removes you and stuff. So there we go. There we go. There we go. All righty. So let's get into this, shall we? And yes, I do have the matches here, even the 0 hour matches, because I just noticed something here real quick. I noticed that she's gonna wrestle twice on this show. Did you know about this?
Yeah, so it's Lena Cross.
Yeah, she's wrestling. But we're not, again, if you want to chime in on this, yeah, we're getting Willow Nightingale versus Lena Cross. I'm pretty sure that's where Willow is gonna win this one, more than likely, right? Because I don't think she's losing twice on this show. Would you agree
Yeah.
on that?
Oh yeah,
You know,
she's not losing to Lena Cross. I mean, if anything, this is like a setup. Like Willow wins and then attack after the match. Willow's like a little bit banged up and stuff beforehand, or maybe it was a plan by Megan Bayne and Lena Cross all along. Like I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last match on the 0 hour, and then we just roll right over to the tag team title match right
they
after.
do
Like
that. Yeah.
yeah, they'll do that. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they go down that route. But yeah, I think it's like Willow retains, all hell breaks loose, and then all of a sudden, boom, we get the tag team title match. And as we mentioned, most likely that's where Willow will end up losing. And Steve, it seems like you haven't been watching AEW. You're asking me, and you're like, like what?
What do you mean? But yeah, it's very well possible. It's very. I just have it like the way it's set up here. That's why I just went with it. Um, Also on the show, on the 0 hour, I love battle royals. I'm a sucker for a battle royal. They're gonna make me watch the 0 hour for the fucking 21
It, it,
21 man
it,
blackjack battle royal for
is
the
it
national championship.
is the blackjack battle royal? Is that where it's like 5 people start, and then another group comes out, and then another group comes out, and then the one person's like the Joker? Is that's how it works, right? It's like
I
kind of like a rumble in this. I remember I've seen this match from them before, but I can't
the
remember if it's like
casino gauntlet.
no. This is where it's like one
The
group of
first
5 is like spades, one's like clubs, one's like keens, one's like the other one. You know what I'm saying? Like they each are a suit, and the one is the last person is a joker.
I would hope so. I really would hope so. Um, they don't really have the list of participants. I know Ricochet, obviously, he's in there. I'm pretty sure Jungle Boy will be in there. I know they've been having a back and forth on television. I even heard on social media a couple weeks ago that Big Boom AJ will be wrestling on the show. So I feel like, honestly, if he's going to wrestle on the show, this would be the match to put him in, right? I'm sure he still gets some sort of reactions. Um, but more than likely, I do see Ricochet retaining. Some way, somehow, he retains.
Yeah, Ricochet retains or Jack Perry wins. I think those are the only 2 options, unless they just go with someone random. Maybe one of the Don Callis family members win this title. Who knows?
Yes, for sure. Now let's get into the main card here. And again, I have this as it is. So we start off here with the Tornado Trios match. We have Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, and the returning Roderick Strong, who returned last night on Dynamite and made up with Orange Cassidy. They're boys again, right? Against the dogs of Gabe Kidd, Clark Connors, and David Finlay. Basically, there's no tags. They can fight anywhere, right? For the most part. And let me see. Are there odds for this match on Bet Online? No, there's not.
See, the odds suck. I wouldn't even read the odds for any of the matches. No, I don't like anything. I'm not even putting money on anything. I'm just being
Okay.
honest. The odds kind of suck for this pay-per-view. Nothing
Okay.
juicy.
The way this goes, they had a match, they had a match last night, right? Where obviously Gabe Kidd, and David Finlay got the win. You would think, hey, the reason why they brought Roderick in just to eat the pin. So I do feel like they're gonna run this back, and this time Roddy gets the pin here, being that, hey, we're adding you to this match, right? We're not gonna pin Orange Cassidy, we're not gonna pin Darby Allin, right? We're not gonna beat the new guys yet, even though they don't really get that much of a reaction. So yeah, Roddy's eating the pin. I'm going with the dogs to win this.
Yeah, I actually think Roddy and Orange and Darby win this match. I think they're gonna give it to the babyface team.
You think? Okay. It's very possible. I mean, hey, who knows, right? From there, we go to Bandito versus Andrade. This is more than likely everyone's like, oh my God, big match to look forward to. They're in Los Angeles, right? So you already know it's going to be a heavy Mexican crowd, more likely at the show. I wish, honestly, though, look, it's going to be a good match. Don't get me wrong, right? I just wish there was more of a build to this, you know? Uh, that's just my only thing. Like, the only thing we saw from these two guys, they were backstage a couple of weeks ago where Andrade's like, I'm not even sure if you want to wrestle me or take a selfie with me. And then that was it. Yeah, but as far as this, I'm gonna go with Andrade getting the win.
You didn't like how Bandito called out Andrade, and they're both world title contenders, and so it's like kind of like a nice little title setup match for them.
It could be for the Ring of Honor title. I mean,
No, it's the AEW World Championship. They both are title contenders for that championship.
yes, I mean Andrade has a win over He has a win over Swerve over Kenny Omega, but he lost to Hangman, right, in Australia.
And Bandito called them out, and they're both facing each other. And Bandito explained he wants the best version of Andrade. He wants La Sombra. He doesn't want just a regular Andrade. And Andrade's like, "Well, you're gonna get that." I mean, it's not the most best built, but it's just a good wrestling match for good wrestling match sakes. And both guys are in title contention. So, I got Andrade also winning here, but a shocking Bandito win wouldn't be bad.
It wouldn't be again, a shocking win. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad either, but I'm gonna go with Andrade on this one. Chief writes here in the chat, Bandito versus Andrade. I'm buying the pay-per-view. Let's go. There you go. All righty.
Everyone's match of the night. Everyone's already crowning it match of the night.
You think this opens the show?
Well, I already talked about what would open the show.
Okay.
I already said they would go into the tag team title match, the women's tag team title.
Fair enough. I mean, if that wasn't the case, you think that would be opening match? If that wasn't the case?
No. That match right there, that's like a good, like, hey, we need something to get the crowd back up. Let's put it in the middle of the show. Like, no way. I wouldn't even open that. You open the show with that, you're gonna kill the crowd right off the rip. Like, Like, yeah, it will be a great opener, but then it's going to be one of those openers where it's like, yeah, I don't think anything's going to top it. You don't put the best match as the opener. You put the match where it's like, this can be a really great match, but it's not it's more of the tone setter, not like, oh, this is it. This is the tone. Like, we're not, you kick off with Bandito and Andrade, you're pretty much just telling everyone else, good luck. Try your best. You're not going to, yeah, and then people are not, and the expectations, like, you're going to set the expectations for the pay-per-view sky high, like, oh, Bandito and Andrade just put on this near 5-star classic or something for most people. And then all of a sudden, like, with the rest of the matches following, can't even get into that level. It's going to, this is like, hey, let's wake the crowd back up. Let's have this match happen. Maybe this will wake up the crowd if they're feeling a little drained. Like, you don't put this as if you put this as an opener, you're hurting. You're just hurting your overall pay-per-view.
Okay. Then we go on to Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita for the Continental Championship. Here's the kicker, though. This one has no time limit. No time limit at all. Now, you would think, right? Being that the last time they wrestled, right? Was it at the last pay-per-view? Was it World's End? It was, right? It was World's End the last time they went at it. Right?
Well, you have not been watching.
Well, the last time they went at it.
Right? I'm not gonna help you here. I'm gonna let you struggle for a minute.
Fair enough. But the last time they went at it, obviously, they went to a time limit, right? It was a time limit.
Yeah.
But now they're running this back. And furthermore, the last couple of weeks, Jon Moxley's been going at it with every single member of the Don Callis family.
Title eliminators,
yes. If it's not one-on-one, it's trios matches. Either one of those combinations, right? You would think, hey, they're running this back, no time limit. Let's have Konosuke get this win. But if you watch last night, remember they had Moxley set up for Takeshita, to hit him with the chair, and Takeshita was like, "No, I can't do it. I want to do it my way,
not Continental style. You get disqualified for that."
Exactly. So who's to say that will come back to bite him, right? And who's to say we get the Don Callis family? Because if you notice too, Okada doesn't like Takeshita. When something happens, something bad
interference, though, Steve.
When something bad happens, it's Takeshita's fault.
Yeah.
Right? The gas price goes up, we blame Takeshita. So who's to say they turn on him? They turn on Takeshita when the match is over.
Yeah, Could very well happen. I mean, they went to a time limit draw at Grand Slam Australia, Steve,
Yeah,
just to help you out for a little bit.
there
It
you go.
wasn't a pay-per-view, it was in February. World's End didn't even touch. Remember, it was Okada versus John
Yeah,
Moxley at
yeah,
World's
yeah.
End. Come on, man. Get your AEW tape up. What are you doing?
Sorry.
Yeah, can you blame me? That's why I haven't reviewed the show. Oh, I can blame you, all right. You didn't review the show because you haven't been watching the show.
Takeshita should get the win. Doubt he'll win. Moxley wins.
Yeah. But Moxley's been facing the DCF, and Don Callis has been doing the whole like, oh yeah, this is just to get tape for Takeshita, so Takeshita will be ready. I'll be fairly disappointed if this match doesn't go over, because they've done this before with Daniel Garcia and Adam Cole, where they had a no time limit drop for the TNT title, and then it went shorter than the time limit draw match. So it was like, what was the point of having that no time limit draw uh stipulation? This match could go one or two ways. It could be an amazing 40-minute classic between Takeshita and Moxley, or they just go 22 minutes and Big Money Mox retains. Takeshita should win, but I think it adds more to the DCF story of like Takeshita can't get shit done. And so it adds more feel to the Fire for Okada seeing like, oh, see, this guy's a bum. Like he can't do anything right. Like he can't. He's the reason why we don't all have gold. He can't even win the Continental Championship. Like Takeshita, in theory, he should be the guy that wins this match, but ultimately, it adds more to the Takeshita and Okada story that has been kind of simmered a little bit if Takeshita doesn't win and stuff. So we'll have to wait and see and stuff. But yeah, I expect this match actually to be a sleeper. I think these two will go at it, put on a nice little old school Japanese style match, big heavy hits, go 22 minutes, and Big Money Mox retains and still Continental Champion.
Yes. I see that again. The part of me I want Takeshita to win. I do. Right? Because if it looks of it, they want to. You can just tell Tony wants to do Okada and Takeshita in London and reunify the international and the Continental Championship. Right? He wants to reunify those belts. But the way this is going, part of me also thinks Moxley will retain here. So then we go to the tag team championship match. FTR defending the tag titles against hometown's own, the Young Bucks. Look, you've seen these guys wrestle before. You haven't, again, you've seen them once, you've seen them go at it, all right? There's, again, they've been at it for a while. And at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, a part of me thought by now we would have seen FTR versus Cope and Christian. Hasn't even, again, maybe they're waiting on that, or maybe we get the Bucks versus Cope and Christian. We haven't seen that either, So, look, for the most part, the story is, FTR, they got personal. They got physical with the Young Bucks' family, right? They put their hands on one of the brothers, right? And they also have like this no touch thing. They can't touch each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, if you notice last night on Dynamite, Ciampa is also involved in this, right? They also brought in Mark Briscoe. As far as who wins here, honestly, I'm gonna go with FTR. I think FTR gets the win here. They find a way to get the win. They escape.
Yeah, they added this no touch stipulation for like the Young Bucks and FTR. Normally you do that because you don't want to see them interact until the pay-per-view. The problem is we've seen them interact way too many times before the pay-per-view. So this no touch stipulation is kind of like, okay, what was the point of it? Like, I get you don't want them to get into brawls, but they're having all these regular wrestling matches with each other. So it kind of takes away the value of having this no touch situation. I actually have the Young Bucks winning here. I think like maybe we get a return of like a Cope and a Christian, but they don't they're dumb baby faces. So they cost FTR the titles. So the Young Bucks can win the titles here. I do think that this match will have a lot of plunder, a lot of like randomness, even though it's a regular match. They're gonna find ways to use a table, use a chair, use a bunch of other different stuff. But I do think Edge and Christian could possibly return and cost them here. Maybe set up like a triple threat TLC match between the three teams. I mean, we don't need Cope and Christian to freaking be tag team champions in the Lord's year 2026. Like, let's stop. Like, let's stop giving in demands to Copo again. Let's just reset the tag division. If you're gonna reset the tag division, the best team to do that with is the Young Bucks. So I got the Young Bucks not retaining, winning the tag team championships here.
Fair enough. Chief writes here, Cope and Chris return. Very well possible. Like we mentioned, there is very well possible, and they cost FTR the tag titles. So we'll see how that goes on Sunday. After this, we got Timeless Tony Storm versus Marina Shafir. Everyone banned from ringside. So, yeah, Chase, how excited are you for this match?
Not excited at all.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like,
the most 0 hour matches, but of course, because Thomas Tony Storm's such a star, we have to put it on the main card. I mean, 8 minutes tops. That's it.
No, it's Tony, bro. Tony Khan will want to give Tony Storm 12 and a half minutes, buddy.
Yeah. It shouldn't be that long. It's not on Tony Storm. It's more Marina Shafir. Yeah, it's going to be okay. That's fine. That's all I can say about it. Tony Storm wins.
And also factor in, again, Revolution's happened the same day as the Oscars. Who to say Tony Storm doesn't get like an Oscar-like entrance?
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Very possible. So, yeah, I'll go with Tony Storm as well on this one. The reason for this match is because, well, Kenny Omega referred to Brody King as the most dangerous man in AEW. And here we are, right? Swerve Strickland versus Brody King. Look, it should be a fun match, right? For the most part. We've seen these last couple of weeks, right? Where Swerve Strickland has gotten the upper hand on Brody King, right? Hanging him with the chain, right? Been more of the aggressive. He took out Kenny Omega, right? Brody King, wants to show that, hey, it's not just the phrase, I really am the most dangerous man. And you can also say this is also two guys who are in contention for the title as well in the near future, being that, Brody just came off a loss, right? But he wants to get back into the mix. And again, a wrestling hero, former champion, is a good way of doing that. And as far as who wins here, I ain't gonna lie. Like, look, like you said earlier, I love the fact that, the whole notion that every match just seems like a regular match. There's like no hardcore rule. You would have thought, right? Because the chain was used all this time, this would have been a chain match, right? This would have been easily a chain match. But they didn't go that route, which is cool, right? I'm sure, yeah, they'll bleed all you want. As far as who wins here, I'll go with Swerve.
Yeah, they should go with Brody King, but if they do actually have a match, I do think Swerve is retaining. I think they should go unique with this and have it where it just ends up being like a brawl at the end and there's like a no contest type of thing. And they do a lot of like high spots that are considered dangerous to show like how both men are dangerous. But I do think it's just going to be a regular match. Rep will get bumped for sure. Chain will get involved somehow, some way. We'll get like a chain spot where, like how we did last night, where Brody breaks the chain and stuff. Maybe Swerve chokes out Brody, hits him with the Swerve stomp, maybe a false finish. Who knows? But we'll get something like that. I'm sure it'll be a fine match. But yeah, Swerve's winning this match if it is a regular match. But I would like if they went creative and they started out as a regular match and then it just goes into complete like fuck this regular match. We're just gonna try to kill each other type of segment instead. Like 4 minutes regular match, and then like the remaining like 6 minutes or 7 minutes that Gay allotted, just brawl throughout the arena. Like to end it with like a Gonzo bomb off the stage through some tables or something,
in the parking lot or some shit.
Yeah, I'll be cool looking at the TV screen for a little bit. It's not a big deal to me.
Or they're just brawling throughout the match is happening, but backstage, something's going on right now, and so on and so forth.
They could do something like that. Be creative with it.
Yeah. So I'll ask. Just be creative, Tony. Be creative. Then we go on to the women's tag team championship match. Remember, I said earlier, Willow's going at it twice here, right? And
what about Lena Cross?
Well, of course, Lena Cross as well. They're both wrestling twice, right? They're both wrestling twice. Now, I did say, we mentioned this too. This will likely open the show the way Tony loves to do the whole thing, where he'll just put it into the main card, right? Now, we did say that, hey, Willow retains the first match, but she's not retaining this one. Like, look, Megan Bayne, this is like her fourth attempt at the women's tag titles here. Now, one of them, there was an unfortunate injury. Things happen, right? But it's now or never at this point, bro. Just give Megan Bayne a title, bro. Give her something, man.
Yeah, I think she's winning. If they don't have her win here, I don't know what they got plans for Mega Bang.
Exactly, bro. Like, we'll be, and again, it's just, what are we doing? But for me, yeah, just give it to Megan Bayne and give it to Lena Cross. Let Lena Cross shine through Megan Bayne, right? By default. Would you agree on that, or?
No, 100%. Yeah. No, I just think it makes sense to have like these two hulking women as tag team champions, and you just have it where they dominate the women's tag team title scene for a bit until you build up a team like the Fighting Birds, Brawling Birds, whatever Jamie Hayter and Osprey's girlfriend's team is called again.
Alex Windsor.
Yeah, Windsor. Like that makes sense. Like I'd be cool with it.
That can see that happening too, yeah. But yeah, and also factor into, like, you know, a lot of these champions in AEW, a lot of them are holding two belts. Do we really need everyone holding on to two belts and shit? Like, come on, like, what are we doing? Let's move on here to another women's championship match. Now we have Tekla defending the AEW Women's Championship against the former champion Chris Statlander in a 2 out of 3 falls match. I'll be honest, this does not need to be a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Well, Tekla has one, Statlander has one. That's why it's 2 out of 3 falls, Steve.
Oh, really? Just make it a regular match. Okay.
Well, how? They literally had like a freaking strap match. Like, we can't go back to a regular match. What are you complaining about? What are you cranky about today?
I'm not cranky. I'm not cranky. Your thoughts on this match, Chase?
I'm really not looking forward to it. I'm just being honest here. I know Statlander, she's very, very reliable, and like, you know, she can put on a good match. Just oogly boogly versus Big Dog, no thank you. I'm just not into it. Like, it's just like Statlander is just kind of in this weird, like, I don't even know if she's happy mode and stuff. Tekla, she's fine. Like, she's a good worker and stuff. I'm just like 2 out of 3 falls. I'm sure there'll be some good drama in the third fall. I'm just more of like how we get to that third fall. That's where I'm kind of like, because it takes a lot for these two women just to lose one fall. Now you're going to tell me they're going to do this in like 20 minutes? Like, nah. Like that's always my problem with 2 out of 3 fall matches, where it's like they do so much to just get one fall. Now all of a sudden, like, you're supposed to make me believe that they can get 2 falls like in 20 minutes. Like, yeah, it's kind of that's why I'm not a big fan of 2 out of 3 falls.
They can do the corniest thing, though. They can do the corniest thing. They can have Tekla get herself in the first fall disqualify, so you give it a stat.
No, I'd be fine with that. That would make a lot more sense for someone like me, where I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, she hit her with it on the top of the head with the strap, or choked her out with the strap, and then afterwards got DQ'd, and then later on covered 1, 2, 3. It's like, oh, okay, cool. That makes sense to me. I would have no problem if they did that. I'm just saying, it's like, when they do I'm just saying 2 out of 3 falls matches in general, just not my cup of tea. I just don't like them because they make no sense to me, because it took you 20 minutes to get 1 fall. So now it's going to take you 20 minutes to get 2 falls. That makes no sense. Like, I can't find that logic, but should be fine. Think Tekla retains. I don't know who's Tekla dropping the belt to. Willow? Who knows?
I have no idea at this point. You know,
just wish it was Mercedes.
How many belts?
I don't get Mercedes on this one.
How many more belts does Mercedes have to drop before she comes back to AEW? She already dropped, like, what, out of the 10, 12 belts, she already dropped 5 of them, right?
No, she's down to 7.
Yeah. So let's see here. Speaking of more belts on the line here, we have the Trios Championship. We have Mark Davis, the Protostar, Kyle Fletcher, who's also the TNT champion, and Kazuchika Okada, who's also the international champion, all defending their Trios championships against the team of Jet Speed, as being Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight, and Mystico, Mystico's on the show because, yeah, let's just bring him in. And also, they're in Los Angeles. I'm pretty sure, Chase, they'll be singing his theme song.
Oh,
More than
hell
likely,
no.
right?
They don't know that's on here, bro. I'm being that honest when I say that. They're going to try their best, and you'll get some people like forcing and making up the words, but I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if they sing it. Yeah, I'll be shocked. Because remember, dude, Texas has more Mexicans than us. And then they were like doing the thing, and Mystical was singing on the theme during the gauntlet, and no one was singing the song. It ain't going to be like that in California.
Okay.
He'll get a pop, but
he'll get a pop. No doubt about it. You know, he's a legend, right? For all intents and purposes, he's a legend. That being said, you know, again, I mentioned earlier, you know, on Dynamite last night, you know, Mike Bailey and Kyle Fletcher put on another banger. All right. But with that being said, as far as this match goes, it should be a fun one, right? More likely, will this be at this long on the show before the main event? Could be. How excited are you, Chase, to see Okada wrestle, bro? Get to see Okada live, bro.
I'm excited for this match. I got Okada. I got my dog Fletch. I got Jet Knight, Speedball, give or take, whatever. Mystico. Mark Davis is fine. Like he exists. Yeah, no, I'm excited for this match, man. I can't wait to see what these 6 men do in this fun little action-packed match. So I think it'll be fine. This should be like when you talk about openers, like this is an opening match. Like you know it's gonna be good, but it's not gonna be fantastic enough to like steal the thunder of anything else on the card. If they decide to open up with this, very, very nice. I would like it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this matchup for sure.
I'm gonna go here with the Don Callis family remaining champions here.
Yeah, are you gonna be mad, Steve, because Mystico's CMLL like middleweight champ and he's gonna lose? Will that upset you?
Likely he won't take the pin. I'm sure he'll politic. I'm a legend, brother. I'm not eating.
So how do you feel that Cesaro, the CMLL World Heavyweight Champion, loses? Does that piss you off too?
Well, you know, he's more tied to AEW.
But
he's more tied to AEW.
What about Bandito, the ROH champion, losing to Andrade? Does that piss you off?
I mean, no one really watches Paywall of Honor. Come on,
see, you're just picking at stones here. You're picking mad at Paris Phone losing.
But to be fair, is Bandito signed to CMLL? No, he's signed to AEW, and he just so happens.
Yeah, and Persephone is also signed with AEW. She's signed with
AEW. That kind of did me in. Like, why are we gonna have the newly crowned women's champion?
But she signed with, it was as an AEW wrestler signed as doing an AEW match.
She's on that 2 contract. I get it, but still,
stop complaining. You just want to find ways to be grumpy sometimes.
No,
go film another cooking video. That makes you happy.
April, it happening in April. No more April for the month of April. It's already in.
You know what show you should watch, Steve? You would like. It's called America's Culinary Challenge. It's on CBS. And stuff. It's like Survivor, but it's cooking and stuff. And they have to choose their dishes and do challenges to get their recipes. I think you would like it. There's a lot more drama than your Hell's Kitchen.
I'll give it a look.
They have to vote people out. You would love it. It's up your alley of drama.
They start brawling and shit, like cursing each other out. You fucking piece of shit.
You stole my recipe or you stole my ingredients and shit. Yeah. It gets intense.
I'll look into it.
It's like 3 episodes.
Sure. I'll look into it. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Don Callis family to remain champions in this one here. And then we get the main event. And I'm pretty sure by this point they'll announce, for those who already don't know, Double or Nothing in New York, all that stuff, right? But we get the main event. Texas Death Match. MJF defending the Triple B against Hangman Adam Page. And Hangman Adam Page basically is implementing the Cody rule. That is, if he doesn't win the world championship, he will never, ever, ever challenge for the AEW world title. Now, you hear this, you think, man, he would have to win, right? There's no way he's losing, right? There's no way, as John Moxley would call Hangman, would lose, right? How can he lose, right? These 2 guys, look, there's going to be table. There's going to be, like last night, right? During that brawl they had, right? Hangman brought up the board, right? I'm sure is going to be just so insane, right? But with that being said, yes, both guys will bleed, right? MJF, it looks like he's about to lose, right? Like this, he's seen as much blood as he's ever seen in his life, right? But some way, somehow, MJF finds a way to get this done. He find a way. My question is, what's the recover? How long has Wardlow been out?
Well, why do you care about Wardlow versus MJF?
Maybe he gets involved. Like, hey, man, because Tony loved to bring somebody out, like, oh, it's a return or some shit like that.
No, he's out till like freaking August, bro.
Oh, damn. Never mind that.
He's done. Like, let's stop thinking about Wardlow.
No more Wardlow's world, huh?
Yeah, no more Wardlow. If anything, maybe Swerve comes out during. I do expect some type of plunder in this match. I do expect some run-ins maybe and stuff like Swerve, Brody. Like people trying to cost MJF, and then all of a sudden, like Swerve helps MJF retain, and he chooses. But yeah, no, I'm not a big deathmatch guy, so I could care less that this is a deathmatch. But it's going to be a fantastic encounter between these two. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be gruesome. It feels like a main event. It was kind of good that they added the Hangman can't challenge for the world title again stipulation because let's be real, if this was just MJF and Hangman in a match, it's like, oh, MJF's retaining. So why should I care about the main event of the pay-per-view? Adding in that, Heyman's giving up his shot for the rest of his time in AEW to go for the AEW World Championship, and makes it like, oh, he could actually win this match. And there's some people that do believe that Heyman wins, but he has like a short little title run, which is fine. It's always fine to get like just not a nice little 3-weekers in there, and then MJF regains the title like 3 weeks later or something, which I wouldn't be opposed if they went down that route. Like they could go down that route if they so choose. But I do think they're going to go down the route of MJF does retain, and we will have to see how Hangman Adam Page responds that he can no longer go after the grandest prize in All Elite Wrestling, the AEW World Championship. Now, it is worth noting that Hangman's contract is coming up within next year, so it could be something where it's like, or like I think it's like
that. Yeah, I did not know that at all.
See, you don't pay attention. That's your problem.
Yeah,
but it could be that maybe Heyman has outgrown AEW and he wants to go somewhere else. Could be that it's just part of the story. I don't know.
Japan,
Japan, the Fed, wherever he wants to go, he'll make money regardless. But yeah, no, it's going to be a great hardcore bloody encounter. Not a Chase Oliver favorite, but I'll sit there and watch it. So yeah, I think it'll be great. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Heyman goes after this, especially because like I don't know, just throwing in that stipulation and not falling through it kind of is more pussyfooting than like Hangman gaining the belt, because then MJF loses a death match, and then if MJF regains the belt, then what? Then we go back to like these two have to wrestle again. No thanks, I'm good on that. It's not a rivalry I need to see so much more of. Like they did a good job at making sure these two didn't touch at all when AEW first started. They've only had 2 other matches before this. The one at Revolution and the one at the other pay-per-view. I forgot the name of it, but where MJF was going to try to cash in his little casino gauntlet thing, but he couldn't, so on and so forth. So they only have 2 other singles matches. Hangman has won both of those singles matches, so now it's like, okay, it's MJF's turn to finally get a singles match. And Hangman has put over people in the death match, like despite being this is my match guy. It's like, okay, you only won one, buddy. Calm down. Like you lost Swerve. You just beat Big Money Mox. Like, calm down, buddy. It's not always your match. You tend to lose this one far more than you win. So,
but yeah, I'm going with MJF. Again, you can get creative with it too. Like Hangman Page goes to like a meltdown. These last couple of weeks, starts drinking again. Right, see him at the bar. Right, on television. Right. Well, we'll see. We'll see how they go about this, but. Nevertheless, look, Revolution is one of AEW's, better shows of the year for the most part. I expect a good one. My match that I'm looking more forward to, obviously, is Andrade and Bandito. And also, because, again, I can appreciate a death match from time to time, the main event, to see where they go with this, But as far as a recap, that's gonna be on Monday on Steve's Kitchen. My overall thoughts on the show. But I know you're gonna have a good time, Chase, over there at the Staples Center, the home that Kobe built for this event. Should be a good one, brother.
I'm more excited for Disneyland, bro.
Disneyland. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is just the pre. Look, I like going to wrestling shows and stuff, even if it's like not. Listen, I'm more salty. I'm not getting Kenny. I'm not getting Mercedes. Like I went to this thinking my main event was going to be MJF versus Kenny Omega. I was so hyped. I was like, dude, I got to see that live. And now I'm getting Hangman and MJF because Kenny Omega has to go play some video games. I don't care if he did the motion capture. He should be at this event. Maybe I get a nice little Will Ospreay surprise. Like he comes out to cut a promo and stuff. He goes like, "I'm back, bruv." They do that. They do that on Revolution, where they sometimes like do a segment within the show. Like it's not out of the realm of possibility.
What if Will Ospreay comes back and he costs Hangman the title? He comes back as a heel.
That'd be the stupidest booking, especially because he would be the biggest babyface in his own hometown trying to win the world championship.
Ospreay, what in LA? Ospreay's from LA?
No, in London later this year. What are you talking about?
I thought about the Sunday in LA. Imagine
no, they're not going to turn.
What?
They're going to turn him heel for like a month and then turn him back, baby? What? You talk about Tony Khan. You got to get more creative. I would hate to be in your universe mode, Steve. You're just forcing people to turn heel and face for no reason.
Bro, it was at one point in WWE 12 where I had Justin Gabriel, the world champion, bro.
You're just making him champ for no reason.
He was my world champ. He was undefeated for like a year and change, bro. Didn't lose the title. But yeah, man, I hope you have a good time at Disneyland. I hope you enjoy yourself. Are you big on the roller coaster rides or
Oh, I hate roller coasters. I only ride Space Mountain. That's it.
You don't do the teacup ride? The little thing you get on the little teacup and you spin the
wheel? No, I'll do
and...
other rides. I'm just not a big I'm not a big fan of drops or roller coasters. I just go because it's actually I'm not a big theme park guy. I'm really not. It's just
I'm more of a water park guy. I'm more of a water park.
I'm not even a big fan of those either. I just when I go somewhere, I don't find going somewhere fun where I have to walk around for a gajillion steps and there's no money to be won like at the casinos. So like it's not like I can just sit at a Disney slot machine and put money in it and win money. Like no, it's not like Vegas. It's like I don't find a place where I walk 30,000 steps fun. Like I'm a fit guy. I'm not out of shape, but still on a day off, I don't plan my day off of hey, let me just walk around like a maniac.
Get yourself a big ass giant turkey leg. It'll be a good one.
Those are good.
Yeah, they're good. Yes, the ones in Magic Kingdom here in Florida. Yeah, they're good. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for us. Guys, oh my goodness, that's gonna be it for us. Much love to all of you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back live Monday on Steve's Kitchen as I recap everything that goes down on Revolution while Chase is enjoying himself in beautiful Disneyland. All right,
Revolution and Disneyland, going to both.
Yeah, Revolution and Disneyland. I hope you have a good time. Hope you enjoy yourself. We'll be more than likely on the True Heel Heat channel watching the show live, reacting. I'm sure you'll pop in as the correspondent, take it to the streets. Who knows, right?
Yeah, depends on my phone battery, but yes, I'll try my best.
Yeah, for sure. All right. But yeah, that'll be it for us, guys. If you've have not checked out the other content on the channel already, I already said this already, obviously. On Monday on Steve's Kitchen, I talked about Cody Rhodes winning the world title, the undisputed WWE Championship from Drew McIntyre, and everyone's outrage of Cody Rhodes as champion again. And I gave my thoughts on the UFC Freedom 250 card, and as well as Charles Dubronx Oliveira becoming the new BMF champion from Max Bless Holloway. Charles Oliveira did some time training in Dagestan. Who would have thought? Also on Raw Rundown, I gave my thoughts on everything from Monday Night Raw, including CM Punk not apologizing about what he said about Roman Reigns. I know, Chase, you were upset about what he said to Roman Reigns. I know it got you mad, bro.
Ridiculous. This CM junk.
Yes. And then obviously on Wednesday, I uploaded episode 2 of Cooking with Steve. It is also available as a short and as a reel over on my social medias on YouTube and also on my Instagram. But if you want to see the full 4-minute video, the video's up on the archives. All right. Follow me on X at Heel Steven Chase. Let them know where can they check you out.
Yeah, you can follow me on X at Chase Oliver 68.
Thank you guys once again. Much love to all of you. All right, that's gonna be it for us. I'm Steve. He's Chase. This has been your AEW Revolution 2026 preview. Peace out, everybody.